People may be asking whether or not Amy Coney Barrett will be a conservative judge, whether or not a 6-3 Supreme Court would really change all too many things. But as you can see here through 346 Politics, the fake news Nate Silver ran 538, you could see that while Roberts does vote mostly conservative, it's not quite the level that you would want him to, okay? As you can see here, out of 800 cases, he has ruled 57.9% conservative, okay? Compared to the 66% of Thomas, okay? Which means basically that he is not right-wing enough, in my opinion. As you can see, plenty of Republican-appointed justices have shifted to the left, but I don't predict that Amy Coney Barrett will do this necessarily, and I'll tell you why. As you can see, in most cases, they do end up surprising people in terms of how left they will vote. And in particular, a 5-4 majority is simply not enough to win the election, okay? To win certain swing votes, we need to have another conservative on the Supreme Court, okay? In particular, you have to look at certain issues that we have with John Roberts, and that is to say that he voted to enable gay marriage. Unfortunately, he supported gay rights, immigration rights, and he's just been a neocon in general. And by neocon, he has not been a friend of the conservative movement, and he was appointed by George W. Bush for context, but so was Alito, and Alito has done a good job in being a conservative, okay? And also, let's also see another key point that he messed up again, where things stand. He has been the swing vote for too long, okay? And yes, Gorsuch and Kavanaugh were a good start, but clearly we do not have a Supreme Court that is conservative enough. So let's see. There's a vacancy in the Supreme Court. I will use this as a background. Anyway, my point stands that that the new Justice Coney Barrett will necessarily shift the court in the right direction. When you talk about DACA, how that survived the Supreme Court, let's say, if Roberts is there, it could survive again. But if you include the fact that Coney Barrett will be on the Supreme Court, she would kill that. So no DACA, that's good. You look at immigration. If Trump wants to repeal birthright citizenship, his best chance is now with Coney Barrett in the court. Or, for example, you look at other issues such as gun control. Gun rights will be protected and enshrined furthermore with a Justice Coney Barrett, just in case there's another DC versus Heller, where that was a vote away from going the wrong way in terms of history. And again, we do have Scalia's clerk. We do have a Scalia-type judge in Coney Barrett, fortunately enough for us conservatives. Apparently, that's what we see. And again, we do look at certain issues such as the immigration, the public charge rule. She voted in favor of the public charge rule, which would lower legal immigration by up to half. So that's a good thing. And again, she is just a big win for the right wing. Whether it come to Obamacare, she said that she would repeal it. Again, another good thing. And a lot of people will say, well, oh, no, the Catholic. Oh, she said that if her religion's included, she will make it, she will all of a sudden, quit from recusing. Sorry, look, I'm just emulating Joe Biden here, but the point is that a lot of people are saying that she would retire or recuse herself from important issues including Obamacare, gay marriage, all the stuff that may have to do with religion. Of course, she's not going to do that. She's just bluffing, okay? And if she were to recuse herself from the important issues, then she's almost effing useless, and I would hate if she did that. And again, she is good optics. Coney Barrett, a 6-3 Supreme Court, will basically enable us to do whatever we want in the Trump administration in a second term. And if, let's say, Joe Biden were to win, that would include him also being obstructed, okay? What does that mean? It basically means that if Joe Biden wants to do anything radical, the Supreme Court would kill it. So, for example, if he tries to do some sort of amnesty, let's say the Supreme Court kills it. Or let's say gun control, executive order gun control, that gets killed. Stuff like that. Also, if Donald Trump wants to do any travel bans, then it's completely up to him, and he can basically get away with it because the Supreme Court will eventually side with him. Any disputes about the border wall will eventually be sided with him in the 6-3 majority. So again, having a 6-3 majority is absolutely key in the election in terms of winning him the election. But not only that, but the 6-3 Supreme Court will enable Donald Trump to do whatever he wants with his agenda, as well as also kind of also building a coalition of a court that is so conservative. I mean, you look at the appointments to the judicial courts, the circuits, etc. You can see that we're really molding a good court, and that's thanks to Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump. Now, Amy Coney Barrett will be the masterpiece in terms of the final thing that will really cement our control over the country. While we may not have the Congress, if we do keep the Senate and we do keep the Supreme Court and the presidency, we're going to really be able to move the ball in terms of executive orders. And not only that, but then you look at Joe Biden. If he wins, well, if Joe Biden does anything retarded, we will win. The Supreme Court will strike it down. And again, the Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett, is important for the election because if it ever goes down to a really close race, like in Florida, if Florida's down to less than 0.5% and Trump wants a recount, or the opposite happens and Biden wants a recount, then Trump will win because Amy Coney Barrett will probably protect him out of a favor. So that's important to know. So to all the liberals that are mad that Merrick Garland did not get picked and Amy Coney Barrett did get pushed through, F you, ha 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 ha, winning, winning, winning. Anyways, thank you for watching. And also, make sure that you subscribe and comment down below if you think that Amy Coney Barrett will be the most conservative judge there. I think it'll still be Clarence Thomas, but she will probably be more conservative than Gorsuch and or Kavanaugh. So this is a great thing that is going on right now. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.